Yeah, I think in a lot of ways picked up where we left off from last weekend. Like the work ethic and the skating, I thought we played fast, especially early on. First couple periods. Really liked our forecheck. Created a bunch of chances, drew a couple penalties. It's nice to see us get rewarded too when we do those things. It's hard. We saw it last week. You get up 4-1, 5-1. It's really hard to keep those details sharp, and so it got a little bit loose there as the game went on, and it got to be, these 2-game series. I mean, they run around a little bit at the end, and that's just kind of how it is when the game's out of reach. So, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the performance and understanding that it's tough to sweep teams. So we got to be ready. They're going to be ready for us. We got to be ready for them tomorrow.
Following up on that, you guys did a very good job tonight staying out of the box. Really, in the last few minutes, like you said, started to get a little wild on both sides. How important, almost an extra victory, the small victories on top of the final score to stay out the box and play a clean game.
Yeah, well, we had the puck, and so it helps. When we were in our end, I thought we did a decent job of defending, and only a couple shifts where we got extended with our shift lengths, and that's typically when you take your penalties. So obviously it's a lot easier when you're playing 5-on-5 or on the power play.
You spoke earlier about Coachella Valley's transition game. How do you think that went tonight in containing them?
Yeah, I think good. Part of it was forcing them to play some extended shifts in their end, so that when they did win the puck, all they're thinking about is getting off. And I thought we had some awareness too. When they did blow the zone on us, we were back and had some good pressure on the puck, back pressure, and that helped us. But again, we know we got to be ready for tomorrow. I'm sure they'll be better.
Man of the moment right now, Will Lockwood. What can you say about his game tonight?
Yeah, excellent. Thought that line was really good, and he was in a lot of ways the ringleader, just with his skating, his work ethic, coming up with so many pucks, second pucks, winning races. He's really playing with a lot of confidence right now, and nice to see.
Probably the transition game for you guys was good, but I'm curious to get your thoughts on the final little bit of the kind of push towards net from below the circles in. You guys only had 20 shots on net, but it felt like a lot of scoring chances. Are you pretty happy with kind of getting that last little push towards the net, I guess, with your guys' attempts?
Yeah, I think we had some decent net presence a few times. Maybe we missed the net on a few of those. Ultimately, you're just trying to get it past the first guy, and sometimes getting it past the first guy means you miss the net, and it's about recovering pucks and maybe getting the next chance. We'll have to go through the game. I think overall we generated enough. We got to be greedy and want more for sure, but maybe in the second half of the game we passed up some opportunities to shoot, which we'll talk about, but I thought we created enough tonight.
A player like Will, when he's skating, that's when he's at his best. It just felt like, I don't want to say there was no bad bounces for him, but it feels like when he's skating, he's in position, the puck it's all around him when he's on the ice tonight. Tonight was one of those nights where the skating kind of puts him there.
Yeah, well, you create your own bounces with your work ethic, and the thing is, if it doesn't work out perfect, he's skating, so he's on it again. And if there's a turnover, he's on it again, and forcing the next turnover. And when you do that, then you put your team in a position to attack. And so, I thought that line, when they were on the ice, they seemed to have the puck and seemed to be in the offensive zone. And even the goal in the second period, I think Canucks' goal, the shift before, was the Dowling line, holding them down, changing, and the next group comes on and reaps the benefits. So that's what we want to keep doing.
The thing about Shiro Hirano, obviously the finishing is kind of the part of his game that you like to see and is the most consistent, but notice he's drawing a ton of penalties for you guys as well. Have you noticed that part in his game?
Yeah, well, I think from the beginning I had no idea about him, and he's played a very detailed game. He's earned what he's got, and that's what we want here. You gotta earn what you're gonna get, and we're gonna play the guys who are gonna do those things. And he scores. I think he can shoot the puck even more. But for me, it's more his detail away from the puck and finding a way to advance it and helping the guys he's on the ice with.
After last weekend, what's the status on Phil DiGiuseppe?
Out for now. Obviously, it's concussion stuff. You never know how long it takes, but if we handle it right, he'll be back 100%, I'm sure, soon.
Carol Classic, I think he was late October. Is he looking like maybe sometime here?
He's part of the group right now. We just got a lot of bodies, so that's that's the reality in the American League sometimes.
Last one, Vinny Arsenault. Any update on him?
We'll see. You know, he could be an option tomorrow. I'm not sure yet.
And what about your goaltender tonight? I know he gets that goal late in the period, like late in the third period there, but throughout the game he was.
Yeah, I thought he made some good saves for us, particularly like we go up 4-1. I thought we got a bit loose there, and then he made, you know, a couple saves there in the third. Just, you know, I thought he was pretty. He was solid for us when we needed him, and allowed us to stay in control of the game. Whereas if he lets one in there, you know, earlier, then maybe it becomes they get more of a push, and that didn't happen.
Last one I got is just about Linus Karlsson. Obviously, when we watched him in the SHL, he's a goal scorer. He did things on the power play. It felt like he got a ton of points there. Now he's got 10 points for you guys, I think, in the first 7 games. But I think when I watched him in the SHL, I was worried about adjusting to the speed of the North American game. What are you seeing with him making the adjustment to what you're seeing in the AHL?
Well, I think what's helping him is his hockey sense and his ability to win little puck battles. He's got a really good stick. He's around the net. He's around the puck. And obviously, he's going to continue to work on his skating. I think on the small ice, the skating is it's really important because things happen so quick. But he's been able to really contribute just with his ability to make plays in tight and around the net. And you know, he'll keep improving here as the year goes on.
You know it from Sweden, there's a lot of speed, a lot of skill, but are you surprised with the toughness that Karlsson shows?
Well, it's he was in Skellefteå, and they've had winning teams for a long time, so they're well schooled there. So I'm not surprised actually coming from there. Just the detail in his game, and that's helping him. It just helps the acclimation to our game for sure.